Sapiens, A Brief History of Humankind by Harari. Sapiens is your guide to becoming an expert on the entire history of the human race, as it reviews everything our species has been through, from ancient ancestors to our dominating place in the world today. History is something that very few people have been doing, while everyone else was plowing fields and carrying water buckets. Here are the three most important points. Number one, the ability to think gave early human language, which eventually led to agriculture advances, allowing them to grow exponentially. Number two, improvements in trade were only possible with the invention of money and writing. Number three, with better economic and communication means, scientific progress gave our race the abilities necessary to get to where we are today. Harari regards money as a system of mutual trust and sees political and economic systems as more or less identical with religion. The word sapiens means wise, homo means man. Combined together, Homo sapien, it describes as human beings or species of man. By analyzing our past, we can help and ensure our better future. How many sapiens are there? There are 15 types of human species discovered till date. Modern humans is the only surviving species. All others have become extinct. Homo sapiens came to replace all other human species on Earth. We humans are pretty special. We completely dominate the planet. We explore and possibly colonize space. Humans first appeared about 2.5 million years ago in East Africa. We post-scientific revolution sapiens understand the world differently than our ancestors. Number one, we are willing to acknowledge our ignorance. Number two, we emphasize observation and mathematics. Number three, we strive for new powers. Number four, we believe in progress. Here are the important lessons from this book. Human cultures began to take shape about 70,000 years ago. There have been three major revolutions in human history: the cognitive revolution, the agricultural revolution, and the scientific revolution. Number three, prehistoric humans were no more important and impressive than other mammals. Number four, Homo sapiens means wise man. Number five, humans first evolved in Africa about 2.5 million years ago. Likely, Homo sapiens will survive for another 1000 years. Humans have large brain for their body size. Human brains account for 2 to 3% of body size, but use 25% of energy. The advent of fire and cooking food may have opened the way for the evolution of a smaller intestinal tract and a large brain. Homo sapiens conquered the world because of its unique language. Large numbers of people can collaborate by sharing common myths and beliefs. In academic circles, stories are known as fictions, social contracts, or imagined realities. The human of 30,000 years ago had the same physical, emotional, and intellectual capabilities that we have today. In ancient human groups, there was very little privacy, but also very little loneliness. Homo sapiens first made it to America about 16,000 years ago. There is no evidence modern humans have become more intelligent with time. Numbers are the world's most prevalent language. History is moving towards unity. The whole planet is moving toward one world culture. More than 90% of all money is just electronic data, no physical money. Empires have been the world's most common form of political organization for the last 2500 years. Most of what we firmly believe is part of our culture was actually forced upon us by other empires who conquered our ancestors. Even the rich and famous are rarely satisfied. According to Buddhist tradition, the mind naturally craves more in all situations, and all suffering arrives from craving. Over the last 200 years, science has increasingly revealed that human behavior is determined by hormones, genes, and neurology. Modern culture has been able to admit ignorance more than any previous culture. Today, our best mind work on preventing death through biological, hormonal, and genetical means. It is not enough to consider science in a vacuum. Economics and capitalistic interests, for example, determine what we research and what to do with the research findings. Adam Smith's brilliant insight about capitalism in the wealth of nation was that increasing profits is the basis for increasing collective wealth and prosperity. In other words, by becoming richer, you benefit everyone, not just yourself. Both parties get a bigger slice of pie. For capitalism to work, profits must be reinvested in new production. The life expectancy, child mortality, and calorie intake are significantly improved for the average person in 2014 compared to 1914, despite exponential population growth. Each year, the United States population spends more money on diets than the amount needed to feed all the hungry in the rest of the world. Our view of the past is heavily influenced by recent events. Nietzsche: he who has a why to live can bear almost anyhow. Buddhism has studied happiness for about 2000 years. Interestingly, Buddhism shares many viewpoints on happiness with science. Most notably, that happiness results from processes within the body and not from the outside world. If you are a believer, this book is a waste of time.